all here for this special occasion with Senator Gillibrand. We have many elected public officials, we have our community partners, we have local funders, and most important, we have our hard-working Head Start staff. We have some of our Head Start families here, so thank you so much. For sure, that collaboration between the Head Start families and Head Start staff that makes this program work, and we know it works. We are preparing children for success in kindergarten, and we are preparing their families to set goals, to remove obstacles, and to be ready to support those children in their ongoing educational journey. And in a community like ours, where 1 in 2 children are living in poverty, so that's 50% of our children are living in poverty, we are grateful for this impactful program. And today, we're grateful to have Senator Gillibrand with us. The Senator stands for us. So here is the United States Senator for the state of New York, Kirsten Gillibrand.
Thank you. So we're going to get some photos after. We're totally getting photos of that. Thank you. I love it. Thank you all for coming. I know it's Teacher Appreciation Day. I'm sorry to ruin your awesome afternoon that I'm sure you had planned. But thank you for coming. Thank you for standing up for Head Start. Thank you for really marking this moment. It is a moral moment, and we have to fight for what's right and what's important for our community. So you being here means everything. Thank you. Carolyn, thank you for your excellent remarks. Exactly as I would imagine, Executive Director of Peace Inc. I want to also thank Rebecca Haverly, the Head Start Director, Ann Napper, the Executive Director of Child Care Solutions Central New York, Mattia Donaldson, President of the Head Start Parent Council, Assembly Member Al Sturpey, members of the Onondaga Legislature, Deputy Mayor Sharon Owens, we have so many good people, City Auditor Alex Marion, members of the Syracuse City Council, all of the Central New York nonprofit leaders who have gathered, our Head Start families. We only have 1 child, 2 children, because the kids got 3 children. 3 kids here. Thank you for being the face of this effort. We are doing this for you. We want you to thrive. We want you to be happy. We want you to learn. And that's why we care so much. The extraordinary work that everyone does is inspiring. I just want to thank you for the dedication you have given to our next generation, to our future. It makes a huge difference. Because of you, hundreds of kids in Syracuse have been able to follow their dreams, have been able to dream big, have been able to achieve those dreams. You make all of that possible for them, and it makes it possible for their families. But you know, today, all of this is under attack. It's under attack by the Trump administration. He has sown uncertainty, chaos, and fear across the Head Start community and across education writ large. First, he temporarily froze all federal grant funding living programs across the country, scrambling for money. Then, when he reversed the freeze, it didn't matter. The portals still weren't open. People couldn't get access to their money, and $1 billion has yet to flow to Head Start from those cuts and those freezes. As a result, several preschools across New York have already been closed. Next, Trump fired the staff from the Office of Head Start, so the people whose jobs to keep this program moving are no longer there to help. They've closed 5 regional offices that oversee Head Start programs in 23 states, including 1 right here in New York. Now, the draft of Trump's budget has no money for Head Start, absolutely none, not $1. So the proposal is to fully eliminate the work we're doing here every day, which is an outrage and a disgrace, and shows a clear lack of understanding of what early childhood education is for. We know what matters. I've heard from people across New York about how anxious they are about these changes. They know that Head Start is not just a lifeline, it's a promise for a brighter future. It's a promise that we are here for you to make sure our kids can grow and thrive and learn. Head Start helps improve students' educational attainment. It allows them to achieve better health, higher wages, and greater outcomes during their whole lives. Here in New York, Head Start employs over 14,000 people across 721 Head Start centers, and 50,000 children rely on Head Start in our state. We've had letters from moms all across the state talking about why this mattered. One mom told me about what Head Start did for her kids. One of her children, her daughter, is a high school junior who dreams of becoming a NASA engineer. Her son is a senior in high school who wants to study the law. These are success stories that begin right here at a Head Start program. So we know how important it is. Not only does it put them on a path to success, but it allows them to contribute to our communities and our country and our economy. These programs are gutted. It not only guts their dreams, but it makes all of us suffer, our communities and our state. We know that the benefit of Head Start has on our communities, it's worth about $9.8 billion a year. That is what Head Start does. Early childhood programs can generate roughly $7 for every dollar invested. So it's one of the biggest investment outcomes that you can imagine. The highest return on investment you can imagine. It works. The truth is, when we invest in our kids and we put money in the pockets of our whole community, when we tear those investments away, all of us will pay the price. It's why we've sent letters to President Trump demanding answers and calling on all cuts to Head Start to be restored. We are going to fight for Head Start, hands off our Head Start, and we are not going to back down until he listens.
I am proud to stand with Senator Gillibrand in opposing any proposed cuts to Head Start. As Executive Director of Child Care Solutions and as someone who has worked in Head Start for close to 27 years, I see firsthand how essential these early education services are for families across our region. Eliminating this funding would have a devastating impact on children, parents, and the early childhood sector. We need more investment in early childhood education, not less. Head Start gives children, especially those who are in need of additional supports, a real chance. It's about more than early education. It's health screenings, nutritious meals, family supports, and a safe place to grow. I've seen children come in quiet, shy, and struggling, and leave confident, ready for school, and full of hope. I've seen parents gain the tools to become their children's strongest advocate. In 2009, I had a parent of mine reach out to me on social media. She said, "Hi, Miss Ann. I don't know if you remember me. Jasir was in your program at St. Bridget's Head Start. I want to let you know that I will be graduating from Syracuse University." And I contribute this to the Head Start program and my family worker, Tracy, who helped me and pushed me to get my GED. Last year, I had the opportunity to attend the high school graduation of one of my students. And when his mom said, "Do you remember her?" He goes, "Of course I remember Miss Ann." Now I'm going to get tears in my eyes. It choked up. You remember me after all this time. So this program works. I've seen it. And I stand here today because I know what we would lose if it's taken away from us. Thank you, Senator Gillibrand, for standing with us.
Incorporated employs over 200 Head Start staff, and I want to thank those staff, as today was
our Staff Appreciation Day. Head Start programs would not exist without the dedicated staff that show up each and every day to support the children and families. So if we could just give our staff more here. Thank you. I would also like to thank our community partners and our neighboring Head Start programs who've joined us today. Here at Peace Incorporated, we have been serving children and families in Head Start since 1968. We are currently funded to serve 918 of the most at-risk children in Onondaga County. As we all know, dismantling Head Start would be catastrophic. Nearly 1 out of 2 children live in poverty in the city of Syracuse, as Carolyn mentioned, and they need Head Start. Those 918 children that we work with every day are at 7 Peace Incorporated sites and 14 partnership locations in Onondaga County. And like the Senator said, we have 50,000 children in New York State supported by Head Start and nearly 800,000 in our nation. Ending Head Start would not only mean ending daily educational programming, but also developmental and health screenings, like Ann mentioned and Carolyn mentioned, dental care, nutritious meals, and vital family supports. I just heard from parents and grandparents yesterday that they're worrying about accessing childcare if Head Start is eliminated. Their concerns are that they may have to quit their jobs, and then how will they pay their bills? And how will they prepare their children for kindergarten? Right now, 70% of our parents here at Peace Incorporated are working, which translates into over 600 Head Start families in Onondaga that could lose their income. Head Start keeps families working and children learning. And I want to thank everyone here for their continued support, and we appreciate it. Thank you. Next speaker is Maitea Donaldson.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Maitea Donaldson, and I'm a parent. And this is really, really personal for me, and I'm trying not to cry. Be you. I'm a parent to Kason Donaldson. He's currently enrolled into the Merit program. But I also serve as the president of the Policy Council, and it means a lot. I'm able to be a voice for the parents. I'm able to give education and wisdom and promote them and empower them to understand that it doesn't just stop here, right? There's other heights that we can go to. But it's an honor to stand before you, and there's so much that I can say. I said I should bring up a book and show them, like, this is how much I want to say, but it is a lot that I want to say. But I just want to share a moment with you. When Kason enrolled, he was 6 months post his liver transplant. His situation it was scary, and it was traumatic, and I had to put my child in the safety of someone else. So when Early Head Start said yes, yes begin the start of a safety net. Yes begin the start of stability. Yes begin the start of being access to resources. And they didn't know me when I came in, and I had to be vulnerable. And that's one thing to do. It's very hard to be vulnerable with people that you don't know. It's very hard to let people into your life and say, I need help. And that's what I did. And they embraced me. From the bus driver who is patient with my son in the morning because he has to get self-regulated before he goes to the bus. He never complains. He waits and say, come on, Kason, it's okay. To the nurses who make sure that his medication is on file. Thank you. To the nutrition that does extra and above for him because he's a picky eater, and make sure that he has that extra meal so that he can be fed. Thank you. To the teachers. Oh my gosh, my child didn't speak until he was 3. So I thank you for being patient with him. I thank you for allowing him to grow in your arms. And now he talks too much. But I thank you guys. I thank you to the family workers that gave me access to the resources, because without you, I couldn't do it. And again, I'm talking in a state of vulnerability. It's hard as a parent to be vulnerable with people that you don't know. To the custodians that greeted us at the door with a smile every day and said, "How you guys doing?" Even when it came to cutting the grass, they didn't cut it at a certain time because of his allergies. That's how in tune Merritt has been for my child. So what I want to say is, even to the site supervisor, thank you for your dedication. And anybody that I miss, I'm sorry. But I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for accepting me and Kason and my feeling to help us thrive to the next level. When you didn't even know what I was going through mentally and emotionally, you gave me that support. So I just want to say thank you.